John G. DeAndrea, EM2, and then back to Newport, Rhode Island, up to Greenland and that was during the winter, November, December, so it was pretty cold up there. We took a lot of ice on the ship. And back to Newport. From Newport, we went back to the Mediterranean, and we hit the ports of Greece, Tangiers, and Africa, and of course the rest of the country, the rest of the ports there. So when we were in the Mediterranean, when we did one of our trips, we were in Turkey, Istanbul, Turkey, and we were told to head for the Suez Canal to go to Korea. And just as we got to the mouth of the Suez Canal, that was 2 days later, we were turned around to come back because the war in Korea was shutting down, was completed. Yeah, so I really was looking forward to go through the Suez Canal and to Korea. We all were. To me, it was an experience with geography. It was a great experience. I wouldn't trade it for anything. On one of our trips to the Atlantic, to the Mediterranean, we were operating with the Wasp. Our destroyer was on the outskirts of the ships. There was 4 of us, and protected the Wasp for takeoff and landing. And while we were there, one evening, it was a beautiful evening, I was in the engine room, standing watch as electrician, 2nd class, and I came up out of the hatch and looked, and there was no ships around. So I knew the quartermaster that I went through boot camp with. I says, "What are we doing out here all by ourselves?" He says, "We're chasing a Russian sub." He says, "We contacted a Russian sub, and the admiral says, see how long you can stay with him." Well, we stayed him until about 12 o'clock at night, and then they said, "Okay, you've been with him long enough, you can come back." That was quite an experience there. But we felt safe because, you know, if anything happened, we had depth charges, we had the other ships around us and all of that. While we were in the Mediterranean, the Soviet subs are always following us and spying on us. And that's how we became chasing that one sub. There's another item that I'd like to mention is that the destroyers, when we do escorting for the carriers, we do plane guarding. And on plane guarding, you're the ship that's called if a plane goes down. Well, unfortunately, in my time in the service, we went twice to pick up the flyers that went down. And one occasion we got all 3, and the second occasion we only got 2. So that was a experience. Another experience we had at sea was one of our chiefs passed away on board ship, and we had a burial at sea. It was kind of sad. Again, coming back to the States and doing our trips in the Mediterranean, just exercising in the Mediterranean. And we operated with different ships. I operated with the carriers, the Abbott, the Wasp, and a few other ones, the smaller ones, which did ASW work, which was locating subs, and then we'd go chase them and drop depth charges. That was the exercise that we did. And boy, came back to the States after my last trip. It was March 12th, and I was discharged from the Navy. When I was getting discharged, the captain called me up to the stateroom and asked me if I wanted to ship over. And I hadn't thought about it before that. And I, seeing the way the Navy, or the sailors aboard ship, leaving their family, leaving their kids, leaving their wives, and going back again, I said, no, I don't think, it's for me. While I served in the Navy, in my 4 years' time, I visited over 32 ports in the Mediterranean and the North Atlantic area, Holland and et cetera, and 7 different islands in the Caribbean. So that was a very, very good experience.